think I'm going to do a little news. I'm pretty sure I got some. What an unbelievably nice day today. A little breezy, not bad. Let me see if I can turn you around here. Can you see that? That's my bamboo tree. I've got about 50% of it cut out. That's why it looks so thin. I'm seriously thinking about taking the whole thing out. But anyway, look at the breeze. Blue skies. Nice. Let me look here, see if I'm back in focus. That's one thing I like about the GoPros. They're small. They shoot 4K. This one right now is set at 2.7K. I don't need to shoot it at 4K. I will upload it in 4K. So those of you that have 4K TV, the picture will be a little sharper than most. But the reason why I like them is because, can you see my telephone? Can you see? Hope you can see. It's because I can see what it looks like before I start editing or shooting. They're gonna have me a beer. Beer today is going to be, I've been saving it because the season's over and finding it again probably won't happen until later this year, but Sam Adams Oktoberfest. I don't have very many left. You wanna see something? Look at this tool. These guys around here, Sue got this at some garage sale somewhere, thought I'd like it. Somebody probably broke their club, or it was an old club, and they cut the shaft off. And they took this bottle opener and installed it. Some of these guys down here's got too much time on their hands. Ah, yeah. Tomorrow's Friday. That's the day this video here will come out, Friday. So actually, I guess I should say today, so not to confuse you people. We have a 1 o'clock appointment somewhere in Florida. Can't think of the name of the town right now. It's a weird name, really. It's called Maitland or something like that. Anyway, it's down by Orlando. That's where the Florida office is for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And we're going to take a check down there. Hopefully I can do some video. Sue made the appointment, so I'm assuming that's why they made the appointment, so we could do video. Generally speaking, when you go to an organization like this to do a video, they want to make sure you're talking to the right person. Probably a manager or something like that, some local agency that knows exactly what's what. So I'm going to go down and do a video. I don't know how I'm going to edit it. I don't know what's going to be said. You know me. I don't rehearse hardly anything. I'm just going to go down there with, I got my cameras. I'm taking 2 or 3 cameras with me. 2 or 3 different microphones. I've also got my wireless microphones, you know, for that professional look. And we'll see what. I mean, we're just going to go down there. We're going to hand them a check, and we're going to try to get some interviews maybe, and maybe a look around, and we'll see how it goes. I can't promise you anything, but I can promise you this. The money that you people was graciously nice enough to donate, that's where it's going to go, and you're going to get a video of us actually turning over the check to them. With that being said, will be a follow-up report on that video of exactly how much money came in and exactly how much money that we're donating to these people, and why the numbers may not be exactly what you think they are. I'll save it until that video, and you'll understand when I show it to you. I'm going to lead this report off with kind of an update on the COVID-19 vaccine. This COVID thing, I don't know what's going on with it, because I've called the Villages Health System, which I'm a part of, and I became a part of the Villages Health System for a couple of reasons, really. One is because in the Villages Health System, I literally can take my golf cart to everything. My doctor, if they want to send me to a specialist, I go to a Villages specialist. I take my golf cart. If I have to go to a Villages hospital, I take my golf cart. That's why I done it, for that reason. I also done it because back in the day they had a Marcus Welby, what they called some kind of a Marcus Welby plan or something, where if you were sick enough and couldn't make it to the doctor would come to your house. And I thought that could be really convenient in a retirement community. I don't know whatever happened to that because I haven't heard anybody talk about that in many, many years. So I'm assuming it's gone. And it probably went by the wayside when a developer decided he did not want anybody that didn't have the Advantage plan on the Medicare. And he kicked everybody else out. And that's exactly what happened. There's a lot of wordings about why, when, where, and all this and that. But the bottom line is, anybody that was in the Villages health system, I call it the Villages health system, that had anything other than Advantage plan had a certain date. Either change your plan to the Advantage plan or you seek a doctor elsewhere. And that's exactly how it went. And most of them people were basically kicked out. Now they can say, well, it was their choice. Well, it really wasn't. But anyway, they took a screwing on that as far as I'm concerned. Sometimes in life, there's got to be something more to something than just say profit. We done that because of profitability. That's what that's all about. I don't know. I mean, yeah, we run on money. I understand that, but I just thought that was kind of such a raw deal for those people to be, 80 years old and you're kicked out of the health system. I don't know, because it just seemed like a rotten deal to me. This COVID thing is the same thing. It's a rotten deal. I don't know what the priorities are. I just know at 65 and older, there's already been many, many shots already handed out, and the priority was anybody that came in contact in essential services, such as police officers, probably firefighters, emergency response people, doctors and nurses, of course, any hospital staff. Assisted living, I think, should be right up there to be above everybody. Assisted living, those people are vulnerable in there. And people that work in the assisted living, all those kind of people took priority. They get their shots first. That's good. I have no problem with that. And then they started these sign-up sheets. We're in 3 different counties here in the Villages. People are always asking, how big is the Villages? Right now, it's estimated. There's somewhere between 130 to 140,000 plus people. An average of something like 500 people, 1,000 people a month are moving in, something like that. It's 3 counties. Sumter County being the largest county of the population in the Villages. Then you have Marion County, and then you have Lake County. And so when it comes to this kind of thing, each county has their own rules. And that's the county you live in, that's what you got to abide by, I guess. Nobody at the Villages has ever sent me an email of any kind saying anything about when to get my shot, where to go sign up. I would have thought the Villages health system would have been right on top of this. It's supposedly the best health system here, or one of the best. Well, actually, in the Villages, it's probably the only one. I haven't received anything. I sent them an email through the health system's portal. It's an app. It's a private email to you and your doctor. And I asked them, I said, I haven't received anything. What can I expect? But basically what the email said was, they sent me an answer back saying that they did not have any of the COVID shots, and they did not think they were going to get them. And they suggested that I should call 1 or 2 places, Publix grocery store. Remember I made the video of me grocery shopping, and I said, why should they put the toothpaste in the toothpaste section of the shelf where it belongs? No, let's put it down by the frozen turkeys. I said, things have to make sense to me, or I don't understand it. I don't understand why we're going to Publix in a grocery store to get a shot that could possibly save somebody's life. I'm not getting it at my doctor's office. I'm getting it at a grocery store. Think about this. What logic is that? Now you can say, well, they got so many places to go for so many people to disperse out to get that shot instead of coming in. Well, then, I guess we don't need doctors then, because that's the same thing. We have a lot of people here, so many doctors, they all go to their own doctor to get things done. They have for years. We don't need to go to a grocery store to get a shot. This is my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. The second thing was, they suggested that I call my county's seat and to get information. Well, I called Sumter County seat, which is over at Bushnell. I called them, and they referred me to a website. I go to the website, and on this website is like this 6 or 7 page long paper you got to fill out. That's what I'll call it. Name, rank, serial number. Have you ever had this, that? No, 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 no. Are you allergic to this, that, that? No, 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 no. All this stuff. A lot of personal information. Social security numbers. I'm not sure why they need a social security number for a shot. They wanted some other stuff too. I forget what it all was, but a whole lot of stuff. I never filled none of it out. I just left it. And this is ridiculous to me that people that need this shot, some people are just scared to death. I'm not scared to death. I'm not one of them. I just do the typical things you got to do. I'm not going to stay locked up in my house forever. Wear the mask, kind of stay, a fair distance from people and things like that. If somebody's coughing a lot, stay clear. Don't get in tight places. Like I would not ever think about getting in an elevator with other people. That wouldn't happen with me anyway. Things like that. So I don't know, man. I think this is all a screwed up mess is what I think. I don't think they know what they're doing at all. And who knows about shot number 2? They're already talking about shot number 2 and how to get people to sign up for shot number 2. And as far as I know, shot number 1 hasn't been given out to a tenth of the people that are supposed to be getting it. But the Villages Health System, I am disappointed in you on this one. Totally. So when my sign up next time comes up for the Villages Health System, I'm going to have to rethink it. 7,500 vaccinations in the villages postponed after a failed delivery of vaccine. See, that's a lead report today. I mean, apparently the vaccine hadn't even been delivered. It was supposed to be delivered. They got all these tents set up, and it wasn't even delivered. This is the kind of mess that it's in. Think about it. I mean, seriously. UPS, FedEx, Amazon. They can deliver your packages overnight if you order pots and pans. When it comes to the vaccine, we couldn't get it delivered on time. Appointments for 7,500 people eagerly awaiting COVID-19 vaccinations in the villages have been postponed due to a failed shipment of the vaccine. A national shortage is being blamed. Ooh, there's that fancy word, shortage. Remember back in, I think, the 80s when we had this gas shortage, and then after that we had this coffee shortage. Then after that we had all kinds of shortages and the prices went crazy through the roof, but we paid it, didn't we? A new COVID-19 vaccination clinic set up in the villages. The lack of available vaccine has temporarily pulled the plug on the operation. It is not known when a vaccine shipment might arrive. They have no idea where it is. They don't know where it's at, when it's going to be heading this way, or even if it's going to get here. They don't know. I'll just sit here for the next year waiting on it. Not me. I have just about waited myself out. Villager enters plea in New Year's Eve drunk driving arrest in the village of Pine Ridge. I don't know much about how the court system works on drunk driving around here, but more and more I'm seeing in these articles where people are refusing to do a breathalyzer. They also, some of them refuse to do the, what do they call it, roadside, where they make you walk the line and all that kind of stuff. They're refusing to do that, and then they go to court, and then they have a plea agreement. In some ways, I'm not defending that, but in some ways I understand that because, there is a law. I don't know if you people know, there's a law. Your protection. You do not have to provide evidence against yourself. They have to prove that you done something wrong. You don't have to provide evidence to them showing you done something wrong. A Village of Pine Ridge resident has entered a plea in court in connection with her arrest on New Year's Eve on a charge of drunk driving. Patricia Gallagher, 64, entered a plea of not guilty at Lake County Court. She's in Pine Ridge. I don't know if it's all of Pine Ridge or part of it, but they're in Lake County, not Sumter County. So when you come down here, get it in your head of what the Villages is. At one time, it was the Villages retirement community. And then it was changed, I forget what years, but it was changed to the Villages, a golf cart community. And now it's because it's become a city. The Villages, Florida, with our own zip code. We're not just a retirement community anymore. We're a city in the state of Florida with a zip code. So when you come down here, just know that this 55 plus community, in my mind, has also turned into a sales technique, because I don't know hardly anybody. Now, when I tried to buy one when I was 45 years old as an investment property, I was told forthwith at the bank that no, I couldn't buy because I wasn't old enough, and I couldn't. So that was the end of it. I didn't even think about it. Now I look around, I see 35-year-old people buying houses here, 40-year-old people buying houses here. I see people all the time coming down here, and then their daughter will move in with them with a child. Children are not supposed to be here full time, but I'm here to tell you it happens. Not very often, but it happens. I don't know. Retirement community? I don't know. Use your own judgment when you come down on a lifestyle visit. I haven't went anywhere yet. That should tell you something. So let's go yesterday's news. Hospital chaplain in the Villages warns COVID-19 epidemic far from over. Villager's adult son with history of strange behavior tasered at Lowe's. So this is what I'm talking about. People bring their adult children down here in a retirement community, and these people are wacko. There he is. His adult son was tasered after attempting to flee from law enforcement at Lowe's Home Improvement in Lady Lake. 32-year-old was spotted with a man who appeared to be with his father at about 3 p.m. Thursday, moving furniture into Lowe's rental truck, according to the arrest report from Sumter County Sheriff's Office. Mafia was being sought by law enforcement after allegedly causing about $2,000 in damage to a man's vehicle days earlier at an apartment complex. He got caught and he's arrested, and I'm sure mommy and daddy will bail him out. That's what they do. Please, son, promise me you'll behave. An elected supervisor objected to a contract with the village's longtime engineer over a lingering bitterness over the contentious issue of strapping on multi-mogul paths. Man, some of these old duffers around here just won't let that go. They want to spend literally, I don't know, tens upon tens upon tens of thousands of dollars to paint a yellow center line on a golf cart path. If you don't have the capabilities of driving that little golf cart path or golf cart on a golf cart path safely, then that line is not your problem. I don't know anybody around here that's had all kinds of wrecks and accidents and complaining about a center line. But see, what they want to do is they want to get this thing through the whole villages, not just their community. They want to push it everywhere. And I think we've spoke strongly about it. We don't want it. We don't need it. What's this? Ooh, I don't know who done this, but you opened up Pandora's box. This happened once before, and I was here when it happened, and it cost somebody, I think whoever the person was that done it, it cost them like many thousands of dollars. Ooh, if you think they're going to forget about this and go away, you're in for a rude awakening. And you know better. You know better. You're an adult. So, a criminal investigation launched after villagers cut down trees at Lake Deaton. That's a preserve. You are not allowed to go out there. I've said it on my channels many times. If it's a preserve and that's your view, There's no guarantee that says that view is going to be there forever. All kinds of things happen. Trees grow, bush grows, brush grows, things happen. And when it grows to the point where your view is being obscured and you don't have the same view you had when you first bought that house, you cannot go out there and cut that grass. You cannot cut down a tree. You can't even spray mosquito spray out there. If you get caught doing it, it's serious. I'm telling you. But it's okay. Don't listen to me. Just go ahead and do what you want to do. Write them checks. A criminal investigation has been launched after villagers cut down trees in a protected wetland at Lake Deaton Community Development District 10. Supervisors were briefed on the situation and shown drone footage of the destruction at their Thursday afternoon meeting at Savannah Center. I am at a loss for words, said CDD Chairman Don Wiley. Seeing this devastation, it's completely irresponsible, and I agree with you solely on that one. I may disagree with a lot of people around here about a lot of things, but there are just some things you just can't argue about. Residents and possibly hired landscaping contractors apparently climbed a fence and cut down scrub oaks and cypress trees on district-owned land. The Department of Property Management supervisor discovered the illicit activity, including ladders and tools left behind, which indicated both resident and contractor activity. Sumter County Sheriff's Office is investigating the removal of the trees. This incident has conjured up painful memories of the cutting down of trees in late 2014 in the village of Bridgeport at Lake Meona. Original estimates for remediation of the area came in at nearly $50,000 and would have been paid by the project-wide advisory committee, which is funded through residents. See, you go out there and you cause this damage, and they're going to have to put that back right because it's wetland area, it's protected area. And now you're going to cost me money, and everybody that lives here in District 10, or maybe PW, maybe a whole, I don't know, we're all going to have to pay money now for the remediation of that because of you. Some people here, it's just all about them. They don't care about nobody else. It's all about them. I hope that they find you. I hope they catch you. And I hope you have to go to court and hire an attorney. And when it's all said and done, after you pay the court costs, after you pay your attorney, I hope they force you to pay the $50,000 it takes to put that back where it belongs. It says, what happened at Bridgeport at Lake Meona was not nearly as pervasive as this. I can't imagine this being worse. Oh my God, this might cost more than 50 grand, dude. Whoever you are. And they'll find you. I mean, how many people live right there? How many people can actually sit there and say, oh, I didn't see nothing. Oh, I don't know nothing. Well, I don't know who was out here. Everybody has cameras nowadays on their house, the doorbells, their cell phones. They're walking everywhere. They're going to find out who cut those trees down. Guarantee it. And they're going to be knocking on doors. The district will be working over the next several months with regulatory agencies to understand the depth of the damage and the steps that will need to be taken to bring the district back into compliance with its permit. Residents who don't live anywhere near Lake Deaton will likely share in the expense of correcting the problem. That angered Supervisor Steve Bova. He says, we need to send a message, and I agree. Some of these people need to be taught a lesson. You can't just willy-nilly just do what you want around here. That's why we have district rules. Why do we have district rules, if nobody's going to enforce them? And I've brought that up many, many times. Why do we have district rules? And when somebody gets ready to buy a new house, find out what your district rules are, wherever they may be, and then ask a specific question to your realtor, to anywhere. Okay, I had to go change cameras. I had that one set at 4K, and I wasn't paying any attention to how long I was talking. And the one thing I know about filming on that GoPro 7 when it's in 4K, you're limited to about 20 minutes really of video, because the 4K processing on that camera, it gets really hot. And when the camera gets that hot, it just shuts down, and that's what happens. So now I'm filming on my GoPro 5, which I love this camera, but it doesn't have stabilization for walking around. But for this kind of thing, it's okay. So if you see a little bit of difference in color maybe, or a little bit of difference maybe in the... So anyway, when you go buy a house, look at a house or whatever, get a copy of your district rules. You can get them on the internet. Villages.net, I believe it is. Go to the left side, go down where it says community something something, I believe, and you click on that and it opens up and it'll have like all the districts in it, 10, 12, 13. Click on the district you're interested in and the rules will come up and you can download them, or have your realtor, whoever you're working with, get you a copy of those district rules. You read them. Make sure you can live with them rules before you buy. If you can't live with them, move on. Don't even waste your life in a place where you can't live with those rules. And then one of the, I think, kind of an important thing, even though some people are just going to feed you with a line of stuff and you don't know if they're telling you the truth or not. But I'll tell you, I've had a problem with some rules here. And the rules that I've had a problem with are controlled by the recreation department. And the leader of the recreation department is John Rohan. Thus, the Rohan Rec Center down here is named after him. He's been here for many, many years, probably pushing 30 years now. So, and he points the finger elsewhere. He don't care. He just takes orders from the family and he just moves on. Popular restaurant in the village is in violation over employee cleanliness issues. Employee? That means they probably wasn't washing their hands when they left the bathroom. Mexican Grill. I don't know where that is. Mexican Grill. Villa residents make plea for taller landscaping to cut down on traffic noise. Be very aware where you buy your house, no matter what kind of house you buy. If you buy a house next to an interstate, you're going to hear interstate noise. And it isn't going to do you any good to go complaining about, I need a, a fence or something, because it probably isn't going to happen. I mean, you bought it. You own it. Villager arrested after allegedly damaging Tesla owned by his boss. Citizens First bank teller foils attempt to cash stolen check in the Villages. I'm just reading a couple more real quick, give you an idea of how things are. Tri-County area, Tri-County, that's us. Tri-County area experiences deadliest day since COVID-19 hit Florida. Deadliest day. But yet we can't find the vaccine. It didn't get here. It's somewhere in a truck, we think, but we're not sure where.